If you're one of the more than 150 million people who shopped over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, you probably read some reviews first. Retailers care more than ever about the feedback they get online, so they're pulling out all the stops to get customers to comment on their sites. Elizabeth Holmes from the Wall Street Journal reported on this story, and she joins me now. Elizabeth, we were just talking. It's one of those things, I go to the website and I read and research before I buy something, but it turns out not that many people are actually reviewing these products.
No, the story came up because I rely on online reviews every time I make a purchase online. But it turns out just 4% of customers who are asked write a review. So it's a very small percent of the actual buying population, and retailers want that to change.
Yeah, you have 150 million people buying online and only 4%. So you have to almost align yourself with 4% of the buying public?
Well, so you have to either be really appreciative of what they're doing and the effort they put in, or you have to jump in the ring yourself. And so retailers are trying to do more to encourage people. And of course, they want real buyers. They want verified buyers, because those people have actually experienced the products versus the people who are, logging in to write a fraudulent review or hype something.
Well, and you think about it, you think, why would somebody write a fraudulent review? But I've done it myself. Like, my brother works for this company, and I thought they did an okay job, so I'll put it at 5 stars. But you need more people to give real reviews so that there's not just the 5-star review and the 1-star review, that there's something in the middle for people too.
And it turns out the 5-star review is not actually the best review to correlate to purchasing. Purchase likelihood, or the likelihood that you're going to buy something, goes up when it's between 4.2 and 4.5 stars.
Why?
So people trust that a little bit more. If you saw just 5-star reviews, I think you might assume they're kind of fake or somebody has an agenda. Versus if you see a couple that are kind of negative, or raise a red flag or two, you think it's legit and authentic. And so that 4.2 to 4.5 star rating is sort of the sweet spot.
Why is it that this is so important to online retailers now? Is it because so many of us are shopping online and we want the information?
Yes, we're all shopping online and we want to be smart shoppers, right? You want to get as much information before you click that buy button. And retailers can only do so much. You're not going to trust if they just keep giving you more and more marketing messages. But if you see this library of reviews, it somehow seems more legit and authentic. And so they're trying to do more to get more reviews, to have more information.
Well, I guess that's kind of the struggle, right? Because you go into, let's say, a Target or a Walmart, you can actually see the product, you pick it up. They really need these to be able to tell the story that can't be told because the person's not buying in person.
Well, and it also informs in-store shopping. A lot of people research online before they go to the store. And so if they read those reviews, they already have an opinion about the product that they see in front of them. So they need that help from the get-go, from that online researching moment before they walk into the store.
What about negative reviews? How does that play into things? Because I automatically, when I see a really negative review, I just assume this person was crabby, they had a bad day, I don't believe it.
I think for a lot of people, they dismiss those, but retailers see them as very important because they lend an authenticity, right? If it's just all glowing reviews, it might as well be written by the company themselves. And so you need a couple people to weigh in and be like, didn't love this, but I liked this. They're looking for those middle of the road reviews that, like you said, a lot of people don't leave.
I think a good website out there that does a good job at this is Etsy.
Yes.
And it's almost one of those things, though. Are we fighting for the underdog of the small business, and that's why we're writing the review? Or have they really tapped into something to get people to actually leave a review?
I think it's a little bit of both. They're very enthusiastic with following up after purchases, which is important to remind shoppers to come back and write a review. But also it's that personal relationship that you have with a small seller, right? You're trying to cheer them on if they do something really well.
Right.
And Etsy, 20 to 25% of purchases result in a review, so much higher than the norm.
How do these big retailers then, not in Etsy, how do the big retailers get people and encourage them to leave a review?
Well, Zappos just launched a loyalty program, and as part of that, to earn points that you can redeem for future purchases, as part of that, they're giving you points now if you write a review. So if you write a review, it's worth essentially spending $10 on the site. So they're saying, hey, weigh in and we'll reward you. And they'll give you those points whether it's a positive or a negative review, whether you keep the merchandise or not. And so that's a way to incentivize shoppers to give their opinion. I think, though, it's hard. I mean, I've gone to log in several times and I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of information. I'm not sure I want to share that. And so I think that hurdle is still there.
I think you tapped into something, because I don't want to leave my email address and fill out a survey and then write a review.
Or your age range, or your location, or some of these clothing companies want you to leave your size and your height and your weight.
No, thank you.
So I think that's still like a big hurdle for some shoppers to get over.
All right, well, we'll see how it goes. I feel like I need to write a review on a couple of my last purchases
Share your
now
thoughts.
just to balance it out a little bit. And it can't be a 5-star or a 1-star, it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Got it.
4.2.
Okay, well, I'll get on that. Elizabeth Holmes, thank you so much. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.